Is the final capitulation for Bitcoin and Ethereum coming now? We're obviously still on an upward path right now, but that most likely won't last much longer as the market ultimately wants to move down very, very strongly here. I have very, very bearish price targets to the downside. I don't believe the bottom is in yet. What I think will happen now, and especially why this weekend is so incredibly important, you'll find out exactly that in today's video. And with that, hello and a warm welcome to a new video here on my channel. It's great to have you tuning in again. I'm Max, and today I'm giving you a crypto market update video. Yes, friends, we need to dive into some important topics today. We're seeing a possible bottom formation here. But why this might also fail, I'll explain in detail in just a moment. Importantly for this video, you can of course scroll down and give it a thumbs up. That would really support me in a very big way. With the first link in the video description, you'll get a deposit bonus of up to $5,000 on LEVEX. That means if you sign up on LEVEX via my link, you not only get the best terms, but also if you deposit $100,000, a $5,000 bonus. At $10,000, you get exactly $1,200. And of course, you have the lowest trading fees here overall. So definitely take advantage of that. Plus, my trading signals are also available for you on top of that. Also, feel free to go to the comments section and just write "Thanks, Max." That would really help me out because it pushes the algorithm. I'd say let's jump right into it now. Have we formed a bottom here now, yes or no? Yes, we're possibly seeing a bottoming phase right now. We're currently forming two wonderful, well, inverted humps pointing downwards. That means the whole thing looks like a solid bottom to me for now. Yes, that's a double bottom. This is definitely bullish in terms of the RSI as well. That also needs to be stated clearly. It definitely has a bullish touch here. I've also just opened a new scalp trade privately here. Yes, it's not public here. With this, I'm currently testing a new strategy that I'll also present to you on Sunday. So tomorrow at 6 p.m., one of my new scalping strategies is coming out. Definitely stay tuned for that. So for all those interested in making many trades every day, you can certainly look forward to this video. Now, regarding the overall situation, as you might see if you've been following me for a while, I've adjusted my forecast a bit because the market has moved down accordingly. We were exactly expecting the breakout to the upside here, but we would have thought, or I personally would have thought, that the market would go a bit higher right away to around $78,000 or $79,000. The question now, of course, is will Bitcoin even manage to do that? And here we're currently consolidating, and I personally assume that we'll see a sideways consolidation over the weekend, possibly with a bit of an upward bias. Then on Monday, probably come down a bit first, and then by Monday or Tuesday evening at the latest, head towards $77,000 or $78,000. There are very, very many indicators suggesting that exactly this scenario will happen because many people are making a big mistake now and only see the current downward movement we're having. And yes, friends, we have a downward move here, but please, be sensible and switch to the 4-hour time frame, and here we don't see a downward move. Here we see an upward trend. Yeah, you just have to understand that. Here too, we had a very, very strong downward move. Yeah, but the low was once here, once here. We made a higher low, and so the trend was not invalidated. And what happened? The market makes an upward move here. And right here as well, it was the case that we went down accordingly over this weekend. That means on the weekend, we consolidated slightly here. We didn't see any strong movement, meaning we got a downward move, then consolidated here accordingly over the weekend. And then in the following week, around Sunday night, Monday morning, we broke out here. And here too, I assume that we'll now see a consolidation accordingly. It's actually already starting in effect that we're consolidating right now. Let the market consolidate a bit here, and then it'll probably knock the market upwards on Monday or Tuesday to round about $79,000. That is my personal forecast. So please don't pin me down on it. Don't bet all your money on it because a forecast might not come true. The probability that it happens the way I've drawn it is about 70%. At least I'm one of those who actually give a clear forecast, who speak their mind. I dare to say what I think. I dare to say clearly, I believe that this is what happens in the market. I believe that the market is going up now to $79,000. In the end, you don't need to watch this video if I tell you the market can go up or down like it is with many other people. At least I give a clear forecast. I make myself vulnerable that way too, but at least you get added value from it, and usually my forecasts come true. But of course, with a proper risk-reward ratio, you can trade the whole thing great. Of course, I don't just give a forecast and say, that's my forecast now, but I also trade it myself. And also, everyone who is registered with me on LEVEX can also follow my trades live at any time. So if you've registered for free via my link on LEVEX, you can follow the whole thing here accordingly. Besides, under every market update, under every comment, we give away 100 USDT every day. I post a market update every day at 8 o'clock in the morning on LEVEX. You just have to comment, and then you can basically participate in the giveaway. You don't need to deposit anything. It's totally free to join. Just register with my LEVEX link and comment on the market update. I'll show the last giveaway winner below. That will be credited directly to your LEVEX account within a week. Congratulations to you. In any case, here you can of course follow all my trades live and take a look at the whole thing. The situation therefore looks to me like I just described it to you. Sideways consolidation and then upwards. That means over the weekend, it would of course make sense to position yourself here, and that's exactly what I'll do and have already done. $70,700 is a great area to go long on the whole thing once more. But friends, please, please, please don't get one thing wrong. Our main forecast is not that it's going long now. That is not the main forecast. This is a secondary forecast in the big picture because the big picture actually indicates a downward move. But of course, if I believe the market's going short, I think the market will fill the wick here and drop below $60,000 all the way down to $48,000, $44,000. But that doesn't mean just because I believe that I can never trade long again. That would be completely idiotic. And for that reason, I go ahead and say, where could a potential turning point be? So at what point does the market turn? I have my reasons for saying the market's going below 60, but I naturally also have to find out when the market will actually go below 60. Because if I already see it down here at $66,000 and I've already seen it there, that will likely fill this wick and the market will fall below 60 again, then I don't need to start building a short here if the market potentially goes to 80 again. I'd be going $14,000 into the drawdown market-wise, which would be completely absurd. That means I'm looking at the 200 EMA on the 12-hour chart and saying the high should be somewhere around here. As of right now, that's at $78,000. But friends, please, appearances are a bit deceiving there because the market often, when we test the 200 EMA, or not just often, every time we test the 200 EMA, it usually wicks through here, and that would already mean it could be $80,000 directly because we're coming from a strong move, of course. Last time we had a very similar scenario here. I just always tell you, look at the past. What happened? Use that as a guide. It won't happen exactly like that again. The past doesn't repeat itself, or history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, so it's very similar. Yes, and here we also had the downward movement consolidation accordingly. Down here was the open wick market fake out 1, fake out 2 to the downside. On the second fake out, the 200 EMA was slightly broken to the upside, and then it went down. By the way, the top back then was at $97,900, and we also shorted it here, by the way, at $97,777. You can see it right here on LEVEX. There I posted on January 14th that I'm raising my short order here to $97,777. And that was here, yeah, it was a super, super short position. I don't even know if I posted an update on that, but this was definitely the short trade where we caught it from all the way up here. That was the post from January 14th, and on January 15th, so one day later, the market reached the top here and we shorted exactly at the top, and that's my plan now too. My plan is to build as large a short as possible here, roughly up here. That means I'll start building short positions from $77,777. I've placed 3 short orders so far. These are exactly these orders, which of course keep going higher as prices rise. That means I'm covered up to about $83,000, $84,000 regarding the short, and I'm naturally very curious to see which direction the market takes. Personally, I expect to see relatively little movement or relatively subtle, weaker movement in the market today and tomorrow simply because it's the weekend. That means we'll probably take it a bit easier here like last weekend, and then the next move will come at the start of the week, and in the best case, that move will then go upwards accordingly. If that happens, that would definitely be pretty cool. Ethereum would also continue to move upwards here then. Ethereum actually looks very clean in terms of its movement pattern and could make a nice V correction here and go up once, because through this V correction, I believe in the end that the market will fall here for Ethereum too, clearly. But through this V correction upwards, everyone in the market would become totally bullish. That means everyone, oh, the market's going up and now buy quickly. Now we're back at 2.5 for Ethereum, Bitcoin over 80 and whatever. Yeah, and then people get completely crazy in the head again, go nuts here, the market pulls up, and in the end, yeah, people will then be screwed over exactly here accordingly. How was it here before accordingly? Yeah, what happened here before? You always have to ask yourselves what happened before. Here, the second fake out, what happened back then? Back then I was short the whole time. I stream daily, yeah, Mondays to Fridays, not on the weekend, but during the week I'm live every day for the market opening from 2 p.m. And here at this point, everyone laughed at me because I kept shorting more and more the whole time. Me, the market, friends, it's gonna crash, it's gonna crash. Everyone, no, buy now. Yeah, and then people in all seriousness also buy the Bitcoins up here at $97,000, which you can then buy a week later, 2 weeks later for $60,000, basically with a 40% discount. That is, of course, just exceptionally stupid, but just typical retail behavior. Will probably be pulled way up here by a strong candle, which then shoots up about $5,000 to $10,000 in my opinion. And that's sort of the hope I currently have. And here the whole market will be bullish. That means, what do the market makers do? What do the big players do when the market actually wants to go down? They suggest to the retail that the market is pumping hard, that the market is going up now. We're close to $100,000 again. Here we go. Get in now. Don't miss the train. Yeah, and then the market just gets slammed down accordingly. Everyone gets liquidated, and the market makers are the only ones who profited from the movement here, just like the viewers of this channel. If you don't want to miss anything else either, then definitely subscribe to this channel down here. And as I said, very, very important, leave me a comment here for the algo. Plus, feel free to hit the thumbs up here. Thank you very, very much. Feel free to hit the thumbs up. With the first link in the video description, that's this link here, you have to click that. If you register exclusively via this link, you are qualified for the bonus. This bonus is available nowhere else. That means exclusively worldwide through me, this bonus is unique. Yeah, even the $1,200 are unique. These two bonuses, yeah, for the people, for the big players among you, for the whales, yeah, you have that as the only bonus. That is mega, mega, mega crazy. Plus, you get my trade signals, which of course also pack a punch. On that note, my friends, I'd say we'll see each other, and until then, and ciao.